Well, hi, everybody. Once again, it's another Conversations With. But today, the conversations are going to be with me and you. That's right, you folks who watch here at TV Charlton and watch the programs. Let me at the beginning say I really, really want to thank everybody. It's fun to be out and about, whether I'm at church, or I'm at a restaurant, or I'm at the Stop and Shop, or I'm at Shaw's, wherever I go. I bump into somebody who'll stop and say, hey, I watched you on TV, I saw that program, that was good, or this one was great. And I really appreciate hearing from folks, and that's the great news, is it lets us know that number one, you're watching and enjoying the programming that we provide for you, and that number two, sometimes you make suggestions which are great, and that we're always looking for good ideas. But I thought today, as we begin the new year, it would be interesting for me to just sit and chat with you folks and share with you some of the things that we're thinking about and some of the things that we're doing here at TV Charlton. I want to take a minute at the beginning to talk about working with the young students at both Shepherd Hill and at Bay Path Regional Vocational Technical School. They have a video club there, and 5 or 6 or 7 of the young people are coming down, and they're going to work with us here at the studio. They're going to actually help us put on programming. They're going to be running the cameras. We're going to be working with some of the students and teaching them how to be a host or hostess, and how to sit in the chair and do the interviews. So we're really, really excited about that. In addition, we've got 4 or 5 young fellows from Shepherd Hill, and they've got a little musical organization, a little group of fellows that get together and play their instruments, and they're working on a series of programs providing music. And we're really excited about these juniors and seniors at Shepherd Hill who have a little musical group, and they're going to be working with us and doing some programs. And I think you're really, really going to enjoy it. We had them in here a few weeks ago, and they were doing some things. We chatted with them, and some of you folks have been able to see that probably. But it's exciting for us when we get these young people in the community who are so talented and willing to exhibit those talents here on TV Charlton. And we're just really looking forward to that, and I'm sure you're going to really enjoy those programs. And from time to time, we bring various people in, some of the local businesses. We try to get interesting people to talk about some of the various things that, we all need to know about. We had somebody in here a few weeks ago about how to help get ready for your taxes as we get ready to do that for the beginning of the year. And of course, one of our great programs that a lot of folks really enjoy is my good friend Mike Carnival from Webster 5, who comes in once a month, and we talk about investments and how to protect your money and things like that. And we're really always looking out for new and exciting people to join us here at TV Charlton, which leads me to this. If any of you folks who watch have something interesting, most of our lives, we don't realize, are filled with things that we've done, things that we've accomplished, joys that we have. And so I'm sure there's people sitting out who get a chance to watch these programs who might say, gee, I could be on, I could talk about when I did this. How many people have written books? How many people do artwork? And they've got some beautiful artwork, and yet they never get a chance to show it or never get a chance to talk about it. So if you're sitting out there and you do things like that, you have a great hobby. If you have a hobby that you're interested in, and I'm sure you could share with us some of the great things. I know one of our programs that's been very, very well received is the program we did on AA, Alcoholics Anonymous. And we've had many, many, many great comments about that and some wonderful feedback, because it is a terrible disease, and yet there's a way out of it. There's a way for recovery, and I think you got a chance to see it if you've watched that program. And I've had many, many people come and see me. In fact, I had a couple of people ask me if they could get copies of the program, because there's somebody in their family who sadly or unfortunately has the addiction. And so those are the types of programs that we're really interested in. And some folks sitting out there, you may be able to come in and sit down with us and just chat and talk about something that you do, a hobby that you have, and so forth. I know I had my good friend Joe Kowalczyk from Sturbridge, who's really works with trees and greenery. And we've had some great comments about the program he did and shared with you on things like that. We're going to have him back in the early spring as we get ready for the spring plantings again, and he'll talk about that and give you some suggestions and help. And those are the types of programs that we really enjoy. We enjoy bringing. We've had insurance people here because I guess insurance is one of those things everybody hates to hate, but everybody needs to have. And so it's one of those things, and I hate to use that word hate, but it's one of those words that kind of says, gee, insurance, but you need it when you need it. And yet there's many things that we don't prepare for, and when you get somebody in who can explain it to you and alert you to things that you need to be prepared for, I think those are always good. So we're always looking for good programs. And if you folks who enjoy TV Charlton, if there's somebody you'd like to see, if there's somebody you'd want to hear from, we'd be more than happy to trace it down for you and try to get somebody to come in and talk about a subject that you might be interested in. And I think those things are very, very important. And we're always going to do that. And so we're always out there looking and talking to people and trying to come up with ideas for TV Charlton. And from our side, Drew Anderson, who's our technical director and manager, who takes care of all the equipment, we're looking at the possibility of doing some live programming with some additional equipment that we're going to be able to get, and that gives us the capability and the flexibility to go out and do some live events. I know one of the things we recently had Robin Craven, who's our town administrator, with us, and talked about the last year and what we've done and then what we're going to look forward to. And one of the things that we've talked about as we get closer to the town meeting is to get the finance committee people to come in and be able to sit with them and talk to them. And as you know, we also cover a lot of meetings, and we cover the selectmen's meetings, so you can, and those are done live, so you can watch those and you're up to date on what's going on in your community. But facing the ballot, the warrants at the town meeting is always a task. And so we thought we'd get some of the people who are working on that to come in ahead of time and sit with us and chat with us and talk with us and share with you some of the articles and votes that they're going to have to be taken, so that you're a little more prepared and you understand the background and you understand it before you actually go to the meeting. And we think that's very important for folks to be able to be brought up to snuff and do that. Another thing we want to be able to do is maybe at the town elections, is the night of the town elections, is because we have machines now, and those votes are tallied relatively quickly, and maybe at the town elections we'll be able to do a program, and we'll have the town clerk come with us with all the tallies as soon as we have them, and we can go live right from our studio, so we can share with folks and tell the folks, hey, here's who won this race, here's who won that race. So we want to try to do these things to keep you right up to date. And then the other thing is, there's all kinds of, this town is bustling with activities. I notice there's a skateboard park, and they're looking to raise funds for that. We want to get maybe some of those people on. We have great Little League and baseball and programs in the spring and summer and fall, and get some of those folks to come in and share with us, because putting on these programs and working with these young people takes a lot of effort. And I had the good fortune in my life of running the Little League in another community for over 20 years, and supporting the league and raising the funds to purchase equipment and baseballs and uniforms and so forth is a daunting task. And those folks who dedicated to that and do so much, we're always excited about that. And we happen to have a vibrant community here in Charlton, and we have, Father Bob Grattarati has been on the program, Reverend Jim Chase has been on the program, and they have so much to share. And so those are the types of things we're always looking for. And I'm kind of hopeful as we're sitting talking today, and you're sitting in your couch or sitting at home watching the program, you get a pencil and a paper and jot down, gee, I'd like to see this, or I wonder if they could get me that. One of the things we do is our Politics as Usual show, and we'll have Senator Goby, and we'll have Representative Durant, and they've agreed to come on at least once a month for us in the coming year, so you know what's going on in Boston that affects your local area. I know there's a whole project underway that's in the planning stages to reconstruct and resolve the dangerous Route 20 in the Oxford-Charlton area. And that's so important to folks who travel to Worcester or Boston or other points east every morning to go to work and come home every night. And it's a busy, busy road there. And they've done some work on it now, but it's temporary, and they're coming back with a big plan. And maybe some of you folks, they had a story in the newspaper the other day about it, and showing you how they're going to fix it and widen it and so forth. And that'll be big. So we have these representatives, and we want to reach out to the Attorney General and to the State Treasurer and to other statewide office holders and invite them to come on and share with you what's going on in their departments so that you know what's happening. And we really, really feel that that's vital and very, very important. So these are some of the exciting things that we're looking at, but we'd like to hear from you. And if you have some ideas, if you have some thoughts, if you have a program you'd like to see, share it with us. You can email me at dvradio1@gmail.com. That's DVRADIO and the number 1 @gmail.com. Just send me an email and say, hey, I want to see a program on such and such, or can you get Senator so forth, or can you whatever. And we'll do that. We'll make the phone calls, we'll get on it, and we'll get after people. And we're always looking for quality people. And I know that sitting out there in the audience, there's people who are very talented. They maybe do some beautiful work. They've got a great hobby. We'd love to have them come on and sit and chat with us, and let folks hear about it. So if you're in that case, in that category, give me an email. Shoot me an email. Say, hey, you can give me a call at 774-230-2163. 774-230-2163. Give me a call and say, hey, my name is such and such. When can I come on? And we'll put a date together, and we'd love to have you come on. And those are the things that and some of these folks, these people, you go to these events during the summer, and they got these booths out there where they make wooden things, or they do a lot of, they make little items and they sell them. And they're very, very clever and talented. And we'd love to have somebody come on and maybe do something right here on television and show folks how they do it and how they make it. And those are the things that would be really fun to do and exciting. So in the minute or so we have left, I once again want to say, we want to hear from you, because TV Charlton is really yours. This is something that the community and the town provides to you through charter, and we're thrilled to do it, and we're thrilled to have it. And we're looking at all kinds of things ahead down the road where we get some live equipment, and we'll be able to go and do things and broadcast special events and do things that the community would enjoy. So those are just some of the few things I wanted to take a few minutes at the beginning of this year to share with you and to invite you to become part of it. Enjoy us, watch us, we appreciate it, but participate. Come on out and join us. I'd love to have you come and sit in the chair next to me and chat about your specialty or what you do, or if you have some ideas on what you'd like to have us do, give me a call and send me an email, and I'd be more than happy to follow it down and see if I can get somebody to come in. Maybe we got to get a chef sometime. We got so many great restaurants in the area. Get a couple of those chefs to come over and sit down and share with you some great recipes or some exciting things that you can even try at home and enjoy. But I know a lot of folks enjoy the program with Richard Morco that we do every month, and he's going to be on, and we're reaching out to some different people, and they'll be joining us in the weeks and months ahead. So we're really looking forward, and we hope that you have a chance, that you'll get a chance to join us here, or give us some ideas and provide us with some suggestions that we can follow up for and get those programs for you. So once again, I want to thank everybody for enjoying TV Charlton and for watching it, and for those folks who come up and say, hey, I like that program, I watch you on TV, and I appreciate hearing from you. So there you have it, folks. There's another Conversations with You and I.